Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another edition of the Billy and Rocky Show. Minus Rocky, unfortunately. Still working on finding a replacement, but those damn barn cats are pretty damn quick. Anyway, the two stories that I want to talk about today are both related to Donald Trump, as most of them are, because he's the most interesting thing happening right now. And let's see, the first one has to do with Donald Trump and some fellow by the name of Zuckerberg. Apparently he wrote some freaking software program called Facebook that everybody's really into, and apparently he has a lot of influence over the information that people receive using his new software. Apparently he's been abusing that power. Turns out that Facebook, contrary to what they've been advertising about the users deciding what's trending and what's not, apparently Mr. Zuckerberg and his social warrior friends have been putting their fingers on the scale, shall we say, when they're determining what is newsworthy and what is not. And now I find out that Mr. Zuckerberg is going to be meeting with the anti-Trump Republicans or conservatives or whatever to plot Mr. Trump's demise. Well, apparently, Mr. Zuckerberg has made it quite clear that he doesn't like Mr. Trump, and he's willing to abuse his power to try and affect or deny the will of the people. Well, that means that Mr. Zuckerberg has now announced to the world he's an enemy of democracy. He's an enemy of the people of the United States because he's actively trying to subvert the will of the people. That means he now has a very large target on his back. Oh, I wonder if karma will strike. We shall see. Next story. Trump versus Great Britain. Specifically two individuals. This new Mayor Khan of London, and some frickin' mamby-pamby guy, Cameroon. Apparently he's the top politician over in England. Now, don't worry, these first of all, Khan's a racist, and so that means that we need to keep that in mind. He's a racist, and apparently he's also quite stupid. And with Cameron, well, apparently Cameron and his father's name keeps showing up in the Panama Papers. And we know from the Panama Papers that if your name is in the Panama Papers, it's because you're hiding money. Now, why would a politician's father be hiding lots and lots of money? And where, perchance, might that money have come from? Oh, well, I guess if you're hiding it, then you really don't want to have to explain where it's coming from. Matter of fact, a lot of politicians' names were ending up in the Panama Papers. I think we're going to hear a lot more about the Panama Papers in the future. Anyway, the bottom line is that Donald Trump said, I don't like what you've been saying about me, and I'm going to get even. I will remember this. That's why, one of the many reasons I like Donald Trump, because he's an asshole. And that's what these people need. They need a little asshole to freaking, get them to the point where they show a little more respect for their fellow human beings. And beatings seem to have that effect on losers like this. Anyway, so those are the two stories I want to talk to you about. And this leads into my commentary about the situation about this election. The election boils down to the fact that the American people are not happy with the way the country is being run. Are you? I didn't think so. Anyway, the point is that The elites are acting like they don't have a clue, like this is all about Trump and his personality or whatever. They do have a clue. They know that we're unhappy about the fact that no one's gotten a raise in 20 years. We're up pissed off because we're getting screwed on trade. We're getting pissed off because all these illegal aliens are showing up and depressing our wages and bringing their third world bullshit with them. Okay? We're pissed off because the legal system only works for freaking people with money. If you don't believe me, ask the Koch brothers. They even freaking came out about it. Okay? The list goes on and on and on and on. No transparency, no accountability. Bottom line. That's the problem. That's what we want addressed. And their continued refusal to acknowledge this fact, when we know that that's the problem, indicates quite clearly that they have no intention of addressing our concerns. And they've placed all their eggs in the Stop Trump basket. I think our course is clear. These elites in Washington and Wall Street and the media are unredeemable. They need to be removed from their positions of authority and sent off into the provinces to grow weed or something. Somewhere where they can't do any damage or minimal damage. And make room for responsible adults to run the affairs of this great nation. And that's going to happen. And there's nothing they can do about it. The writing is on the wall. And they know it. And that's why they're freaking out. So, keep calm and carry on. Because very, very soon, these people are going to be going away. And our country's glory will be restored. Not to what it once was, but to what it should have been in the first place. America's greatest days truly are ahead of us. And when I mean ahead of us, I mean right straight away. I'm talking next spring. We could be hitting on all cylinders. And if things don't work out in the election, it'll just be a speed bump. We'll get there. So, relax. Enjoy the show that this general election is turning into. And enjoy your day.